Hello friends, Amanda here. Welcome back to Handmade No Hallmark. In today's card, I've got a fun, beautiful card featuring some amazing products from Spellbinders and Simon Says Stamp. This card features some of my favorite color combinations and some beautiful hot foiling. I really hope you enjoy this card, so let's get into it. The first step of making my card today is getting my hot foiling done. So I've got my hot foil machine heating up, and I've got my Spellbinders Platinum 6 die cutting machine, and I have the Glimmer Holly background hot foil plate from Spellbinders. This is part of Janis Makula's holiday release, and it is absolutely beautiful, super detailed, and so many versatile ways that you can use this to create fun backgrounds or accents, anything like that. And it also comes with a fun stencil set. So I didn't use the stencil set this time around, but I'm definitely planning on using it again real soon. So I'm going to get my hot foiling done. So I just have some, I think this is brushed, polished brass maybe for my hot foiling paper. I guess it's hot foil. It's just foil, I guess. I don't know. I don't do hot foiling a whole lot, but when I do, I love it. I always forget how much I do love it. So I just have some Hammermill cardstock, the the foil, and then the plate. I stack it all up, put it on top of my machine while it's heating up. Everything's stacked together, sandwiched. I have everything taped down. This is the easiest way I figured out how to do this without having any errors. And then I set it here, let it heat up, get my sandwich all ready to go, and then I run it through my die cutting machine. I go forward really slowly, and then I go backwards really slowly. You can do it either way. This is just what I have found that works for me. I know that some people have struggled with foiling in the past and they don't like to do it because they don't have any good success. Hammermill cardstock, definitely for the win. And then making sure your machine's nice and hot, and then doing a stack just like this, where you stack everything together, you tape everything together, and then put it on your machine and let it all heat up together. It has worked beautifully for me, and I hope that it works for you guys as well. Once I have the hot foiling done, I'm going to get everything put away, and I'm going to color this entire image in with my Copic markers. Again, I know that there's a stencil set with this, and I'm planning on using it again in another video, but for today's video, I wanted to do some Copic coloring. I felt like this image was a great way to explore all of the different greens that I have in my stash, and it's a really fun way to just kind of relax, put on, you know, a movie or listen to something great, and it's a great way to just relax and de-stress from the day. The colors that I use will be listed on the screen here, and I'm going to put on some music for you to enjoy, and when we're all done, we'll come back and finish the card together.
It's a cold night, baby, and I'm on my way to you. And the snow keeps falling down. Lit a fire and looked down on the avenue. I just love the way you carry the crown. It's just me and you tonight, and I'm all yours. We'll be in our happy place. This December will be the best, I'm pretty sure. And I am truly yours in every way. So hold me now, it's Christmas time. Bring joy to people in this town. In this way we make the world go round. In December I just let the peace take over. That is what I want. Just a few blocks from you now, a water drive, and the snow keeps falling down. Let this Christmas be the best we've ever had. Under a starlit sky, we'll walk around. It's just me and you tonight, and I'm all yours. We'll be in our happy place. This December will be the best, I'm pretty sure. And I'm truly yours in every way. So just hold me now, it's Christmas time. Bring joy to people in this town. In this way we make the world go round. In December I just let the peace take over, that is what I want. Winter came back, fast like the wind, leaving a beautiful glow on your skin. And now the air is all crisp and clean. Let it be Christmas now, let it begin. Put on some skates down in the park. We'll pirouette until the city gets dark. Will I see you down by the lights? Winter came fast, and it's Christmas night. It's Christmas night. It's Christmas night. It's Christmas No, no. A cold winter night when lights are low. The treetops are covered up in snow, and I always miss you so. I know that it's Christmas time again. The reindeer are rushing side by side, and Santa is going for a ride. But it's you I'm longing for. I feel that it's Christmas time again. Missing all these little things that we used to do. Everything was so much better back then, when we wished upon a star and our dreams came true. How I wish you were here when it's Christmas time again. It's Christmas time. The silence on every empty street, when families are gathering to eat. Then I always miss you so. I know that it's Christmas time again. Alone here, right by the fireplace, I dream of that smile upon your face. Only you I'm longing for. I feel that it's Christmas time again. I'm missing all these little things that we used to do. Everything was so much better back then, when we wished upon a star and our dreams came true. How I wish you were here when it's Christmas time again. could turn back time, baby, I love you, I miss you, missing all these little things that we used to do.
Once I was finished with all the coloring, I used one of my waffle flower dies to cut out this image. This was so fun to color. I love all the bright greens and reds and golds. As you guys know, that's one of my favorite color combinations. I am very much a traditionalist when it comes to Christmas colors. I have tried very hard in the past to kind of venture into other colors, but there's just something about this color combination that just warms my heart and makes me think of Christmas. So I matted it on some Schoolhouse Red cardstock, and I was going to use this as a card base, but I ended up changing my mind a little bit later, and you'll see that here. But I wanted to get my greeting done, so this is the Joyful die from Simon Says Stamp, and it comes with this fun shadow die as well as the line die for the word itself. So I'm just stacking this up with some white cardstock on top of each other, one of my favorite ways to create a fun dimensional die cut. And then I'm going to go in with the other part to this die, which is the actual line font of this, and I die cut it using some gold cardstock. I'm not exactly sure which brand of gold cardstock this is. It could be Tonic. I pulled it out of my scrap bin. It was just big enough for this, so I used it. But you could use any gold that you have. If you don't have any gold, you could easily do some heat embossing and then die cut it out of that. I have done that a lot in the past with silver, because I don't usually have silver on hand when it comes to foil paper, I guess in shimmer paper or whatever you want to call it. So you could definitely do that as well. And I just love this simple font. It's one of my favorites. I believe this is a CZ Design one. I also have their Mary die. I love the simple text and the size of this. It's just perfect for on a card. And here I was kind of contemplating, I felt like my Joyful was getting lost in that background. Now this is definitely the main focus of the card. It's beautiful, and I didn't want to cover it up, but I did. So I decided to go over top of it with some vellum, and I wanted it to be kind of like a vellum overlay that could easily be moved. So if you wanted to lift it up and look at the beautiful image behind it, you definitely could. So what I'm going to do is I'm cutting out a piece of vellum. This is some Simon Says Stamp vellum out of another die from Waffle Flower, and I'm going to attach it just at the very top with my Tim Holtz tiny attacher, this little tiny stapler, and then I'm going to cover it up with a bow, and it's going to create this really fun overlay effect. It's going to mute that background just enough that the Joyful and the other greeting is going to show up beautifully, but then you can also move it to see the background behind it. I did something similar to this in a card last year, but I used acetate and I made it look like a snowy window. So this is a really fun way to kind of mute a busy background without losing it completely, and also getting your greeting in there without it getting lost in a busy background. So once I have my vellum right where I want it, I'm taking this tiny attacher and I'm just going to staple it right at the top in the middle. And then I'm going to use some ribbon. This is just some plain ribbon. I think I might have gotten it at like Hobby Lobby or another craft store. I just had it in my stash for other projects and things I've been working on. I just felt like it was a really fun, bright Christmas red. And I'm just going to tie a simple bow right on top. I am not a bow tying expert in the least. I just try my best and fiddle with it until I'm happy. And then I'm going to put a whole bunch of glue right over top of that staple, and I'm going to adhere my little bow to it, and I'm going to hold it down with my reverse tweezers just until it's dry, and it is definitely on there. It is not going anywhere, and I think it almost looks like a present. Like this whole card looks like a present, and I was really pleased with the way that it turned out. I was a little kind of apprehensive when I was coloring in the whole background, and I was kind of thinking to myself, how am I going to make this into a card? But I was really happy with it in the end, and I just love it. It looks like a present. Super cute. So once I have all of that, I'm going to add a secondary kind of like mini greeting to go underneath my Joyful. I am using the Simon Says Stamp Tiny Words Christmas. This is an older set, and I have used it a lot. It's got lots of little tiny Christmas greetings that work wonderful as kind of like a companion sentiment to a big word die. I think that's a great way to say it. Really, it's just simple text, easy to use, can fit them in anywhere. And this one just says Merry Christmas, and I'm stamping it down on some of that same Schoolhouse red cardstock just to keep everything cohesive. And then I'm going to cover it with some Brutus Monroe Alabaster White embossing powder. And then I'm going to use, at first I used a banner die, like a flag banner die, to cut this out because I felt like the little ribbon ends would be cute, but it didn't quite fit under the joyful like I wanted. So I ended up cutting that part off, and I felt like it fit a little bit nicer in there. So here I'm going to adhere, the joyful to that vellum piece. Now again, this vellum piece is free floating other than that, the little staple at the very top. So you do want to be careful with it so that it doesn't get torn or anything like that. But I love the fact that it's free flowing, because no matter which way you turn it, you know, you have that dimension, and it, you know, it mutes the background just enough so you can read it, but then if you really wanted to look at it, you can. So really fun way to do kind of like a cover up on a card. So once I get that trimmed down, I'm going to adhere it with some of that same Barely Arts adhesive right underneath the joyful, and that's it. That's the rest of my card. I wanted to keep it simple. The shine from the foiling was enough sparkle, and so was the other elements, and I just love the way that it turned out, and I hope you did as well. I really appreciate you stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider hitting the like button as well as the subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos here at my YouTube channel, and I'll catch up with you guys again real soon. Bye!
On screen, I've got a few videos that I think you'll enjoy. Consider hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more videos at my YouTube channel.